since I've done one of these videos, but as you guys know, this job keeps me busy and everything like that, and I figured, since this is going to be pretty much the last day of February, at least when this gets uploaded, I thought I'd try to look back on this month and kind of go over some of the things that happened around here. First thing I got to tell you guys about is something I was really surprised by and couldn't believe, and that is the passing of the previous mayor. When Reno told me about it, I thought he was joking. And I mean, Reno's admitted, he didn't like him. And what's really weird is that when I talk to other people about him, there hasn't been a whole lot of people saying very nice things about him. I mean, they said, it's a shame he passed away, but life goes on and all this. And I'm just like, wow. I'm like, was he really not that very well liked? I mean, I thought he was an alright guy, Gave me a chance to go to work. Had no beef or anything like that with him. I mean, basically he's like all of us. He's a human being. He makes mistakes, and personally, I still believe to this day that he threw the mayor's race when he said that this town had the #1 police force in the state of Arkansas. And a lot of people said, hey, he's been wanting to be out of being mayor for a long, long time. So yeah, it was a shock to find out that he had passed away, and but again, it was a bigger shock that I didn't see anything about it on Facebook. I didn't see anything about anybody posting anything about it. I mean, some of the flags around here were at half-mast. I'm sitting there thinking, like, is that still for Jimmy Carter? But then when I found out what happened, I was like, oh wow. So, man, that's just kind of hits you, So, yeah, just a real shame. Like I said, but hopefully I'll find somebody around here who will say something nice about him. But like I said, I've talked to quite a few people, and so far they said they didn't care for him that much. I'm like, wow. So, yeah. And I'll tell you, this job keeps me really, really busy. I still seem to have a lot of run-ins with people, which is naturally part of the job and everything like that. One run-in I had with an older woman over around my old neighborhood, down from the old comb factory, and she asked me what I was doing, and I said, I'm just cleaning up the yard, or cleaning up this area, because I didn't think that anybody owned it or anything like that, because it looked like it was abandoned. And she told me it was hers, and I was like, okay. And we just got to talk and everything like that, and she seemed pretty cool about everything before it was all over with. And one thing I've learned is that if I just tell somebody 5 words, suddenly it's like I'm kind of off the hook. If I go into somebody's yard and pick up trash, and the next thing you know, they're like, hey, what are you doing? And I just say, I work for the city. And that's it. That gets me out of trouble every time. Yeah, I mean, it's just something that just seems to work, and people just go, people are just like, okay, and I just go on and continue to do what I do. This is a power I cannot give to other people, because God only knows what these idiots around here would do with it. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, just 5 words. I work for the city. Gets me into trouble every time. And I'll tell you, some of the places around here that I went to go clean up around a lot of these houses that had like really filthy, gross, disgusting yards full of garbage and things like that. I'm telling you, I can't remember. It might have been, well, I mean, one house I was working on over by the Dope Head Inn. I cleaned up the front part, trying to work in the backyard. Next thing you know, somebody came along and cleaned up that entire backyard, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I start, they finish, of course. It's like, yeah, sounds about right. That is like the second or third houses I've went to clean up trash, and then next thing you know, somebody just comes along and just scoops up everything else. I'm like, oh man. Like, why is this? Why is this? I mean, I don't know if it's the city doing it, if it's the landlords or whoever's doing it. I don't know, but still, again, I feel kind of just like, man, I start something, somebody comes along and finishes it. I don't know why. I mean, maybe somebody calls him and just says, like, yeah, some guy from the city walking around your house, your empty house, picking up trash and everything. And the next thing you know, they go there, pick everything up. Like, we're on it. Like, I wasn't told to do it. I was just doing it to do it because, I was on the street anyway, so I was like, yeah, why not? And going to conclude this one with kind of a, well, this one might be, kind of touch your heartstrings to you guys out there. Wednesday, I was walking by the grade school because there's this one road over by there. It's over by the old junkyard, and it goes up past this church by the junkyard, and it just goes to this kind of semi-rich neighborhood. It goes past the grade school, and then from there you go up a hill, up this road, hill-like road, and it's a nightmare. So after I dump off some trash, I walked by the first time. A bunch of these kids go to the fence, and they're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And one kid out of all of them says, "He's picking up trash." I'm like, "Yeah," says he's got it. And then I get to the corner of the road, about ready to turn up to Owen Street, and a couple more kids come along. So, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm picking up trash." Like, "Okay," and I tell them, like, "Have a good day in school and have fun and all that." So then I go back, along that road again one more time before I'm about to finish up on Owen Street, and this little boy walks up to the fence and he says something that just made me go like, "Oh man," because I'll tell you the truth, I was in some pretty severe pain because my left knee's been acting up on me. I mean, my muscles were hurting, everything, and I'm just like, oh my god! So I shouldn't have taken that last week off because, of course, of the bad winter weather, and of course, the governor sits there and issues a statewide panic emergency, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so this little boy walks up to the fence, and he says, "Thank you for picking up the trash." And I was looking at him and go like, "No problem." And suddenly it's like all this pain and everything I was feeling just went away. I'm sitting there like, man, that's just something that'll just motivate you to just go like, keep going, man, keep going. You're doing it for the future and everything like that. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, man. And I felt like he just did it on his own. It's like no adults were telling him, go over there and tell him thank you for picking up the trash. It's like the kid just basically knew. He just walks over and just said that, and I was like, man, that really hits you right in the feels. So, but something's not going to hit you in the feels is, thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. If not, hopefully it's better for you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. And if you would, please go check out and subscribe to the following channels: Reno, Vega, Reno Week, Grease Monkey 2.0, Rebel Rocker, Little Bit Fitness, Churel C, SmallBlockFamily, Betty Price, Hot and Fresh Reviews, Tyler 2071, Amber Syst, Danny Knightmare, Rob Zombie Chick 420, Anthony C. Yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg, man. I definitely have to watch something better than Black Christmas to honor her memory. Seriously. No, I'm not going to watch Buffy the Vampire TV show marathon. Sorry, I'll figure out something. Frank and Texas, Michael Wilkins, Reno Bryant, Reno Caprock, and MrKARproductions. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good to yourself, and try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.